Hi.
Hi, chat. I'm gonna blab at you about Pearl and Drew Alphuello.
I don't know what those things are, but it's related to feminism.
Yeah, but yeah, and then apparently Pearl decided to go and have a Twitter fight, Twitter argument, quote unquote, with this Drew character. And look, other than being this like the, the sort of person who has the self confidence and the guts to like, dude, are you seriously trying to like make fun of me, you and your bald ass head, kind of
Mm-hmm.
nonsense, that kind of roasting,
Yep.
the kind of roasting that I would just be like have no energy for. Yeah, no, she does that stuff, and she also writes books and whatever, so etc. etc. She's also actually quite funny. Um, anyway, it was just a whole thing where the, this pearl lady. Honestly, yeah, that's a good question, Bessie. I'm gonna have to find out if she is trying to grift on anything. Because I don't know. The way she's insisting to defend them, and despite the fact that even with this argument with Drew that she was having on Twitter, there were still dudes on her replies that were like, "Yeah, shut the fuck up, bitch."
Mm-hmm. Like, the sad thing is, I can understand the impetus for people who are part of an oppressed minority to want to ingratiate their oppressors.
Yeah.
Because you gotta hope that if you try hard enough that they'll, like, go easy on you.
Yep.
But they won't.
No. Well, they won't. In fact, they'll. From what we've seen with this chick, at least, they certainly think even less of her now that she agrees with them. It looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it reminds me
Which,
of when Trump won the first time
mm-hmm.
became president. There was like big like
Ugh.
celebratory, like, back patting and stuff all
Mm-hmm.
over the far right internet. And then there was a disagreement where
Mm-hmm.
uh, I guess I'm just gonna paraphrase it. It was like, wow, finally, the coalition of like white people are gonna, get what's ours. And they're like, hell yeah. But also like those conservative Jews that voted, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, what? No, no, they're Jews. They're too stupid to see that they were gonna be put in the wood chipper. Then they don't deserve it. Like, and then they deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
convince anybody that,
They're willing to make a
yeah.
change or whatever.
Well, it's just you can't ingratiate yourself to like an oppressor that sees you as inhuman. Like, it just, you
Yeah.
can't do it.
Nope. It's honestly really sad. That I guess that it's the desperation that
Yeah.
pushes them to do something like that.
And I have a lot more sympathy for people like that than I do people like Candace Owens, which is a good example of a
Yeah.
grifter.
Yeah.
Because people throw that around and accuse anyone who has a different opinion of grifting. But, like, it's
Mm-hmm.
a real thing, and some people are actually doing it.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish this world was a lot more kinder.
Yeah. I mean, that's fundamentally my take as well. The problem is you have to think about how to make it more kind and convince other people to do it that way.
Yep. And somehow, some way, the thing that's always in between that and kindness is money.
Mm-hmm.
The lack of it, or like, um, uh, lacking the means to make more of it.
Yeah, I think it's like on a grand. I think more broadly, it's power, and money is a
Hmm.
vector for power.
Yeah.
But I think there's the people who aren't maybe as fantastically
Hi,
wealthy who
baby.
hold positions of power who would also be against any kind of systemic change. Shit,
Ugh.
a lot of people in the middle class defend the upper class. That's why it exists.
That's true.
Because the middle class is a myth. It's made up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you own the means of production or you don't. But by creating a buffer
Hi,
zone of
Koja.
people who get to have a better life than the people below them, they create a class of people who will defend and protect the status quo. If anything, the fact that the middle class is eroding might
Hmm.
come back to bite them in another 30 years.
Yeah. God, I'll still be alive in another 30 years.
I probably will. I don't know if I'll have all of my
Uh,
teeth, but
right? It's okay, bestie. We'll suffer the next 30 years together.
that's very nice of
Actually,
you.
that doesn't sound half as bad.
Yeah, no, like that's good. That sounds fine. We should do that.
Koja,
You're so ridiculous.
baby girl. No, my cat's ridiculous.
That's true.
She saw me just standing around. She started circling my legs, walked nearby, walked back, tail all curled up in the air, and then walked away, looked back, walked away a bit, looked back again. And then I followed, and she kept watching to make sure that I was following her.
Yes.
Then she climbed up onto a table to be petted.
Yes. Perfect.
I've been led to a point where I must pet my cat.
Hmm.
I have to say, my cat's quite smart, if ridiculous,
You gotta respect that diligence.
right? Like the constant making sure I was
Yes.
walking behind her still.
Mother, you follow.
Damn.
Mother, please, follow. Stand here, mother. Hop,
Mother.
hop, hop. Please, pet me.
Because the table is also just the perfect height for like casual petting.
It's not please pet me, it's you may pet me.
Yeah. Yeah, technical positioning for pets. You're
Hmm.
right, Crimson. Hi, Crimson. How goes the new hero on For Honor?
Are they honorable?
Yeah, are they?
Are they sufficiently for? I assume those are the two most important aspects of a character in For Honor. Being for
Yeah.
and or honor.
Hmm.
I don't really know anything. I guess like
Interesting.
maybe the Norse are the most for, but the samurai are the most honored, and the others are sort of
Yeah?
in between.
Yeah? What about Crusader Knights? Are they for or honor?
No, they're definitely like a mix. They have like an performance of honor, but they're actually kind of horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I made a banger black peppered beef yesterday.
Yeah,
If I do say so myself.
fuck yeah.
I just can never get the right ratio and or um um mix for like tempura batter stuff.
Oh yeah,
So I
tempura's
just suck at
annoying.
making tempura.
Oh, we have to pay for it? Fuck off.
The new
That
hero?
that game's 100 years old. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's annoying.
You're right. You're playing an Ubisoft game. That's fair.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I'm sorry that I hoped that Ubisoft might have one good thing for players. I suppose
I
I'm
mean,
sorry for having hope for a corporation at all.
yeah. I mean, if you like rape culture, they've got you covered.
Oh,
Fuck Ubisoft.
damn. Yeah,
And also every other, you know,
dev team that does that.
no, not
Publisher
developers,
team does that.
publishers. Yeah, every other publisher.
Uh, I am so happy that these days developers are having like other means of like
Yeah,
gathering funds to
and I think that's one of the things that's got publishers so desperate to squeeze
meet
money
need.
now because like
Yeah.
they some of them have to be able to see that they're going to be obsolete.
Oh, apparently, apparently SAG after are also like starting another strike,
Yeah, I saw
but this
that.
time for like, yeah, right,
Video game
for
performers.
yeah, video performance, and I'm like, yes, thank you.
Good. No, you cannot do an AI clone of David Hayter for the Metal Gear games.
Yeah, no,
No, he's not
I
even dead. Like,
it's it's sort of crazy because there was this whole thing that the um I think the SAG after what's the word for it, Bessie? The person who was giving this comment from SAG after, I believe,
the representative, yeah.
said something. Yeah, thank you. The representative said something like they had a disagreement on like what the studio considers as performance or the performer,
Right.
and that's like like yeah, because if you're going to insist on keeping using the AI, like I understand wanting to use it to like um to have just a database for this, right?
Hmm.
So that people can just have like um a library that they can just go back to and reliably use. But at the cost of I don't know, a human's job.
Yeah. Like, here's the
Um,
thing. That's not even a bad idea.
mhm.
As long as whoever's voices you're using get
Constantly gets paid.
they get residuals, like they get
Yeah.
money for their use. Yeah.
Fucking hell. It's so strange how like back in the day when you look at any futuristic films that is imagining what it'll look like in 2020 when while we're still in 20 something or like 19 something.
Yeah, retrofuturism.
It's yeah, the AI is taking over jobs that are like you know that are tedious,
Yeah, they see them
that
as
are
like making life easier for people,
yeah.
freeing up our
And
time.
instead what it's trying to do is like taking like trying to replace writers, trying to replace artists, trying to
Yeah,
replace etc etc.
anyone who can demand money for their skills because they're specialists.
Yeah, fucking hell, god. I saw there was this person who commented on someone who has been on a picture of someone who's showing the progress of their art. Okay, because this person has been showing off that they've been doing practices, they've been doing like sketch studies, etc etc etc,
Right.
and this guy replies under there, like he's just saying, "Man, I wish I had the talent for that." Um, like, um, like I wish I could do that. And it's one of those things where it's like it annoys me because this guy also likes to post a lot of like AI art every now and then,
Right.
and I'm like, do you know how you can get that talent? Practice,
Well, it's skill, not talent.
not
It's the
talent.
thing.
It's skill. You learn.
Yeah. Like it's
Like
very,
I'm
very.
fixing up my color theory by watching people who are better with color than I am,
Yeah.
who are masters at
Yeah.
colors. Like I'm learning. It's a fucking skill.
It is.
Pick up a pencil. Draw.
Like
It
the
annoys me.
number of people who actually have an innate talent and don't really need to work at a skill is incredibly small.
Right?
Like it practically doesn't happen. Like you've got your Da Vinci's, okay. There are people like that. But or Oimetsu is another example, more modern,
Mm-hmm.
who just had a
Mm-hmm.
talent. But like most
Mm-hmm.
people can't do that. You've got to work at it. There's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
There's theory behind art and the different
Yeah.
aspects of art, like why you draw lines a certain way, what colors you combine with each other, like Bob was alluding
Yeah.
to, why you use certain imagery because it'll evoke a feeling. Like where in your portrait do you put the thing that people are supposed to look at? How do you make people look at it?
Yeah. Aggravating.
Dark Savant, welcome to the stream.
Yeah. Ew, learning. I prefer smooth brain. Mm-hmm. 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 It's just sad, really.
Yeah, but I'm glad the video game performers are taking a stand.
Right?
That's good. I'm glad that everybody
Oh.
seems to be stopping it in its tracks whenever it goes up.
Yeah. Aggravating. Hopefully we'll have better laws against like that sort of thing going forward.
I mean, yeah, that we can hope.
Not unless the lobbyists have anything to say against it.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing. It's going to take some sort of structural institutional change, and not just in one country.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the stream, Bjornvar.
Yeah,
We should get to the game.
we should. Oh, I'm excited. Now what? Now that we've taken Dresden, now what?
Yeah.
A lot of things actually. Last time the like Irabeth and the Queen was like, yeah. Now that you've taken Dresden, great news, bad news, terrible news. More are coming.
Also,
More
dragon.
demons. Also, there's a dragon. Yeah,
Mythic
man.
Path, Trickster.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I guessed before we started. Although, in Bob's defense, Bob does know that I did play through as Azata. That may have influenced your choice.
A little bit, but mostly because if I get to do more funny things,
Why is everything frozen up?
that's a good question.
Well, that's gonna crash, I'm almost certain.
Is your webcam also frozen?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's still loaded. I thought the whole thing froze, but it was just my webcam. Which doesn't really make any sense. Give me a second.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's me. Boop de boop. Bob being a trickster? Who could have possibly guessed?
Right?
Look, it's not just me. It's also Ichika, my OC.
Yes.
Don't steal, please. I'm never gonna get tired of saying that. Welcome back.
Good to be back. Behold
Yeah,
my receding hairline.
yeah. And a
Web-
forehead.
Yep, webcam is on strike. I'd like vacation time and maternity leave.
Maternity leave?
I knew it, you whore.
Hey, now. Be nice to your webcam.
No, my webcam's a trollop.
What if it actually breaks down? What are you gonna do then?
Get a new one. I just don't want to pay for it.
That's a mood, right?
Yeah, like I could. Just don't wanna.
Don't wanna.
If I can,
Man.
I figure if I can hold out for enough Christmases and birthdays, someone will have to get me one eventually. Yeah, I could use my phone as a webcam. Like that's always a last resort option if I need it. And my phone is pretty good quality, despite being old as shit. So yeah,
Ah,
you now run Dresden.
great.
Let's
Horrifying.
go take a look around. And to make
But
that
also,
easier,
we need to find um Iribeth. Because I think she's feeling broken
yep,
now.
don't worry, we'll be dealing with it.
Exotic weapons provider?
Yep, along
Wow.
with Wilson.
Wilson! Hey, buddy. Oh, not even a chance
Nope.
to talk to this guy?
No time. Come in here and sell him a bunch of non-exotic weapons.
He's like, that's not very nice of you. Evil outsider Bane Spear.
It's a good sphere, it's just we don't have anyone who wants to use it.
I like the idea of a mace that's called a head cracker.
Yeah. Whenever it first the first hit against a new target, so the first time it hits an enemy, that enemy has to make a fortitude save 15 or become stunned for 1d3 rounds. That's decent.
Exotic weapons provider, you instantly imagine that it's just a dragonborn if you're clearing a crypt? Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, probably. You're playing a game of Wrath of the Righteous as a Gestalt
Oh yeah, Gestalt.
character from Toy Box.
Which
What's a Gestalt?
Gestalt is when a Gestalt character is when you combine two different classes, and there are several ways to do it. I don't know which of the options someone's using, but the most powerful is you take the highest of all of its hit dice, base attack bonus, and saves, combine them, and then you get all of its class features and spells. Of both classes. Like, it just makes you very good. But there are other ways to do it that are less busted, like taking the average on everything and getting certain class features from one class and certain from another.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for selling. Does anybody want anything exotic?
Is anybody exotic weapons trained?
Oh yeah, Regil uses an exotic weapon.
Oh. Rabid underdog.
I sold that to him.
Oh.
It's it's a pick. Nobody wants a pick.
Oh.
He doesn't really have anything.
Sad boop noises.
We'll check back later. Mr.
Very sad
Garms.
boop noises. Your supply would do any wine shop proud. I'm kidding. We've already said that.
Yeah.
Before. So are you gonna manage the fortress now, Mr. Wilsar?
Hang on. No way, Commander. The quartermaster throws up his hands. Not in a million years. I can manage an expedition just fine, but running a fortress is a different kettle of fish. That's enough work to make a man's head explode. Which is why they sent us an expert from Nerosian. Her name is Doralinga Stranglehold, which is a sick name. I've seen how she handles things. She knows what she's about, that one. Iomade bless her. She'll be managing the fortress, and I'll be taking care of the soldiers, just like I've been doing.
That's good. I'd be sad to lose you, Wilsar.
I mean, he's staying here, but he's still going to be selling things. It's just, he won't be running the provisions.
Oh.
Oh yeah?
Holy speed composite bow?
That's a lot of things. We can't afford it, but that's a lot of things. Eviscerating Doom, you say? +3 Frost Light Hammer. Confirms a critical hit. Deals 1d6 strength damage. Like, this is one of the worst weapons for criticals. Like, it's only 20 times 2. That's terrible. If I'm not mistaken, Ruse is pretty good. Whenever the wielder of this +2 dart confirms a critical hit, right. The enemy becomes flat-footed for a round. It's also bad. Never mind. He does have some good things, but we can't afford them. Furyborn Child is good.
It's a scimitar, though.
Yeah. We don't have anybody who uses scimitars, but it would be pretty good. Gleaming Bandit Armor. Fire resistance 30, immunity to sleep, electricity, and paralysis.
No wonder it's 148,000 gold.
Yeah. We'll be able to get some of this
so
stuff.
much money.
Just not now. Oh, we'll have lots of money, don't worry. Remember, I'm a treasure gremlin.
What's that? It was on a. It was on the. It was a book-looking thing on the table to the left there, side of the screen.
Good eye, I didn't catch it. Knight of the Witch by Maki Vanos. You want to read it?
Yeah. Sarkorian refugees, driven from their home, tried to get as far away from demon-corrupted lands as they could. Many of them, exhausted from their long travels or just unable to find acceptance among local residents, stayed outside already existing settlements. These communities remain to this day, and they all share a certain curious tradition. The celebration was seemingly established at the same time in all Sarkorian enclaves, even in the most distant ones. The event bears several names, the night of the witch Vorlesh's verdict, bonfire night, among others. The preparations begin several days in advance. The adults craft an enormous effigy of the most hated servant of the abyss, the witch Aurilu Vorlesh, who opened the tear between the two planes and thus earned the titles Architect of the Worldwound and Betrayer of Humanity. The children, who are usually relieved from their chores, gather kindling in the nearby forest. Instead, they might ask their neighbors for some wood, traditionally voicing their request in the form of concern. They need something to warm the witch's feet. On the appointed day, the crowd places the effigy on the pole in the center of the settlement or neighborhood, where everyone can throw mud at it until sunset. At nightfall, cheers erupt as Arilu Vorlesh's effigy burns to ash. It's worth noting that the effigy incineration is so akin to an atrocious method of execution that guards and other enforcers often observe these festivities with great suspicion. However, any claims of the Circorians burning those suspected of demon worship in the place of an effigy are idle flights of fancy, lacking substance. Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
She's that hated, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not that I don't understand why. But then it's one of those things like, did she, if she did this on purpose, right?
What the hell
And like,
drove her to
why?
that?
Yeah. Like, why? And what would, yeah, like, what is it that drove her to that made her think the calculus that requires this whole thing to happen, like, make this whole thing worth it, you know? Like, she must have known that millions and millions of people and whatever would die.
Yeah. Yeah, she must have. So yeah, you're right. Like, what could have happened to make her do that? Because if she was always able to do that or had the means to accomplish it, why wait? If it's something she wanted to do.
How strange.
We'll find out. Maybe I'll
I'm
even, like,
assuming.
surreptitiously push us towards that mission.
Oh.
Nah, we don't need any of those anymore. Ah, trickster music. Why does it sound quiet again? There we go.
Good question.
Oh,
Next
sorry,
question.
I missed that prompt, Savant. I'll get to that momentarily.
Her horoscope told her to open hell that day? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, one of the secret bonus horoscopes.
Oh, horsey.
God, I'm having a hard time thinking clear. I don't know what's up with me.
Have you had food and water
Yeah,
and
I ate.
medicine today?
Yeah, I took my meds. I have water. Just feeling a little
Okay.
mentally sluggish. Trying to think of what I want to do for Skeletor.
Comment on Ichiga's decision to become a trickster to win this crusade. I didn't say it'd be a good thing.
No, that's not a bad prompt.
Don't summon the skeleton man here. Nobody wants the skeleton man on stream.
Oh yeah, nobody. Well, Miss Nose.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Not
yes!
you. Oh.
I feel like
Go away,
you're
you.
playing this up a little bit, Miss Nose.
I am not. I don't like you.
I feel like this is performative outrage.
I'm not being performatively outraged. How dare you? How dare you?
As for your decision to become a trickster, there were many worse choices, but you missed the best one. The opportunity to become your own bone princess.
My own what, princess?
A lich! Bone princess Ichika.
Nah. I would lose my boobs if I became a lich.
What are you
That's very
talking
important
about?
to me.
You just cast Alter Self and put whatever boobs you want on.
No, but my original boobs are nice.
Then just make
Yeah,
them
my original
happen.
boobs.
You humans and your obsession with soft pieces of flesh.
Yes, Skeletor. And the fact that you don't know that those soft pieces of flesh are very important is why you shouldn't become a lich. Skeletor.
I'm not a lich, I'm a skeleton.
Are you saying you were born a skeleton?
Yes! Although in a way we are all born skeletons.
You know what I meant.
Alright, that was well over 30 seconds.
Did that help?
Thank you very much. Yeah, polymorphing yourself or using alter self, that's commonly what liches will do. Polymorph if they want to actually use their body parts. Because you can make bigger changes. Oh, who's that? Not Social, it's just some rich asshole. Alright.
Top 10 things you didn't think you'd hear today? Is it at least entertaining?
Great Canadian guy. Didn't see that one coming.
Lewd.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Whoops, that's not my cup.
That's why they call me Ninja Cock.
Not to be confused with Ninja Cop.
No.
Two different genre things.
Yeah. Oh man, you just reminded me of a webcomic I used to read all the time. I haven't thought of in forever.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Dr. McNinja.
Dr. McNinja.
Yeah. He's from an Irish clan of ninjas and also a doctor. His family...
Sorry, an Irish clan of ninjas?
That's correct.
Alright.
His sidekick, I think his name is Pedro, is 10 years old and grew a mustache through force of will.
That's amazing. Kid, you should teach that skill to, like, people who are struggling with hair loss.
If I'm not mistaken, his secretary is a velociraptor.
What?
It's a very silly series.
I love that. I want a velociraptor secretary. That'll scare people off when I don't want to have meetings.
The trick to solving the puzzle is moving up and down the staff. Yeah, they should have put in what game it was. I don't know. It has to do with music. That much I'm pretty sure of. So if you could think of a game with a music puzzle, that was probably it.
Can you try and checking quote 288 or 286?
Yeah, good call.
Sometimes that helps.
Oh yeah. Alright, we're getting right into this. Mysterious stranger. A tall, lean man enters the hall. He has dark hair, pointed ears, and his pale skin is covered in intricate tattoos. At first glance, it would be easy to mistake him for an elf, if his eyes were not so unusual. They're not just dark, as is common among elves, but entirely black and devoid of life. As you stare into their empty nothingness, it is as if the abyss itself is staring back at you.
I see.
That's a
Might
quote.
be a Yakuza 3 game then.
I don't know if there's a music puzzle in Yakuza 3, but it was something I was playing at the same time, for sure. His face seems familiar. You look more closely and realize that you saw this stranger during the assault of the Great Garrison. Back then, he laughed at the prank you played on the cultists with the barrels of explosives, and then disappeared.
Oh yeah.
Commander Ichika! The visitor seemed to take pleasure in the sound of your name, caressing each syllable with his black tongue, and licking his pierced lips suggestively before offering you a charming smile.
Can I see you at the Great Garrison?
Oh, yes! You played an unforgettable prank on those cultists. I realized then that you were just what I needed.
Excuse me?
I've been watching you for a long time, since the day you began your journey to the heights of glory. You still have a long way to go before you reach the pinnacle, but what if I could help you get the next step? Some very powerful and wise beings will soon be holding a meeting of the Council, where they will decide what is to be done about the Worldwound. You would be a welcome guest at this meeting.
What council? Yeah, what council?
By the gods, it's Cicero. Not quite. No. The visitor wags his long, manicured finger at you. Save all the questions for the council. The walls have ears, after all. Please, join us, and we will explain everything.
Excuse me?
Doesn't I?
Oh, he heard me through the screen. That's
I did.
embarrassing.
But that's not nearly as embarrassing as what you're thinking about right now.
I'm not thinking about anything. So get wrecked. You weirdo.
When you're ready, look in the closet of your chambers. Bidding you farewell with a playful wink, the visitor vanishes into thin air.
He did it again! I can't...
Now back to regularly scheduled conquest, war. A middle-aged paladin with a genial face salutes you. His sparse gray hair stands in fuzzy tufts on his head, giving him a distinctly unwarlike appearance. Our bright crusaders reporting for duty. My name is C.R. Koberlin, and I'm at your service.
Welcome.
Queen Galfrey is gathering the main attack forces in Erosian. She ordered us troops to replenish the losses suffered in Canobras and come here. We will support the troops. We will support your troops. A tall, dark-eyed lad standing behind CR. He passionately echoes CR's words. We are ready to go to the front immediately. Allow us to be the spear of the attack.
I see.
The old crusader calls the young man to order. Morgeth! Don't speak unless spoken to. Don't worry. No one will be defeating any demons without you. He smiles kindly and tussles the boy's hair.
Aww.
Tussling this big guy's hair well above your head.
Ichika is amused if charmed. Slightly.
Hmm?
Who have you brought with you?
Ever bright crusaders, mainly. But we have a lot of volunteers who joined us. Those who arrived at the Queen's call, but didn't want to sit in the Rosian, waiting for the main army to set off. All the hotheads know where the front is. He nods at the boy behind him, the one who's eager to fight. We picked this one up too. He walked to Canabras with an old sword in his hand, and a few copper coins in his pocket. He was going to keep walking to kill demons. And that he would probably have laid siege to Threshold, no doubt. The boy's cheeks go pink at the old man's gentle mockery, but he continues to stare ahead resolutely and boldly. That's some good jovial teasing right there.
Mm-hmm. Did you fight in Canabras? How are things there?
Not personally, no. The Queen summoned me and the bulk of our order to Nerosian. Almost all who remained behind in Canabras died, and the ones that didn't were disorganized and leaderless. But the order did not perish. New volunteers have been pouring into our ranks. We are licking our wounds. Canabras is rebuilding. Life wins out. People are coming from all over Avestan to help. Many are joining up with the Crusades, just as it happened back in the First Crusade.
Well, great. You'll be surrendering my command. Welcome.
The Crusader gives you a friendly smile. It's an honor for us, Commander. Let's give that demons a dusting. Alright, here's your war room.
Oh.
I'll show you
Manage
around.
crusade affairs.
Yep, that's your table. These are your advisors. This is your balcony.
Wow, fancy, fancy.
This hallway is basically it. You can't go to the other parts of Dresden because you don't need to. The game just sort of teleports you from the main square up here. This is your bedroom.
Fancy.
Yeah. Our Chorus Lost.
Interesting. You read that.
Okay. Absalom, published by the Foray Logos Archaeological Society. The middle of the plateau that forms central Sarkoris was the location of the region's capital, the city of Eyes, the country's metallurgical heart. The rich mineral deposits in these lands have been known to the Kellids since ancient times. Kellids are the people that live in Sarkoris. And over the long centuries, plenty of mines and workshops have sprung up here, and their output flowed into Eyes. From here, traders led their heavy-loaded caravans to other parts of Sarkoris and beyond. Many a wonder crafted by the Kellids over the years of their capital's prosperity disappeared without a trace with the demonic invasion and Eyes' destruction. Local artisans were the most skillful in their trade, which can be seen through the few surviving works of weaponsmithing, jewelry making, and metal casting arts. And while silver headdresses and ornate temple rings and lightweight sabers with hilts bearing their owner's initials can still be found in museums and private collections, other handcrafted examples of Eyes' legacy are lost forever.
Damn.
Specifically, we of course only know of architectural landmarks in both secular and sacred variety through scarce descriptions. Meanwhile, local stonecutters were recognized throughout all Sarkoris. As many places, temples and monuments decorated other cities were made at the hands of the artisans from these. So they were kind of like Florence almost,
Yeah.
like a fucking crafting and art utopia in the middle of like the kind of backwards pseudo barbarian
Yeah.
Sarkoris.
Lands.
Yeah,
That's so sad.
I know, right? Isn't that the most interesting culture?
It's always like the loss of life is always sad, right?
Of course.
But there's something that I find that is always that is just as tragic when you lose like knowledge.
Yeah,
When you lose access to knowledge, when the knowledge disappears because no one else knows how to do it anymore.
yeah. The burning of the library at Alexandria and the uh, just overall information censorship of the Dark Ages set us back immeasurably.
Mm-hmm.
So we can go in there if we want to visit the council, and we can sleep. But I recommend we actually manage to crusade a little
Can we
bit.
talk to Urbeth?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Regil, Irabeth, and Inevia are your, regular council.
Sweet.
You feel like that about Elven city-state of Ilfarn and Forgotten Realms? Yes! Ilfarn was dope. There's a few places in Forgotten Realms that, became something wonderful and got destroyed. Like, the former Elven kingdom of, Mithra Nor. Which, thanks to, I guess, Mistra through Elminster, managed to help their leadership learn to trust non-elves a little better and expand their trade and diplomacy. Became quite a metropolitan. Anyway.
We found Solemn Hour?
Yeah, we did.
Why did we find it?
Staunton had him. Oh, not Staunton. Jorvin.
Oh.
Yep, it was in that chest next to him. I guess he found it kicking around, or he purchased it somewhere.
She did say she sold it to help
Yeah.
Inevia, right?
Yeah. Probably wasn't to Jorvin because he would have held on to it for her. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
But it sounds like he acquired it at some point.
Yeah, let's give it back to her.
I wonder if that was his plan. That's so sad.
Yeah. Well,
Irabet's eyes are vacant. Her thoughts are clearly somewhere far away. Seeing you, though, she snaps to attention. Hail, Commander!
Irabeth, I found your father's sword. Here, take it.
Praise Iomide! Irabeth takes the sword as gently as if it were a living creature and sheathes it in its scabbard. I don't know what to say. I am forever indebted to you. I never thought I'd get my sword back. Please, allow me to reward you, and please, no objections. I could never replace this sword. I shall never part with it again, I swear. 50,000 gold.
Irabeth, what were you doing with 50,000 gold just in your pockets?
Probably what she was saving to buy Solemn Hour back if she could find it.
Aw.
Yeah, it's a solid sword. It's like a +2 cold iron longsword. Like, solid for right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Irabeth, we need to talk about what happened during the attack on Dresden.
Irabeth lowers her head. My behavior was unworthy of a knight, even less a commander. How can I lead the soldiers when I was sitting around while others shed their blood? Under the circumstances, leaving my position would be tantamount to desertion. Still, as your advisor, I strongly recommend you release me from my position as head of the Order, strip me of my knighthood, and send me to serve in the Condemned.
Wow. I'm alone right now, aren't I? I have to pass that check on my own, right?
Yep.
Shit.
Oh no, you don't.
Never mind.
It's. I guess you have access to everybody.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Diplomacy. You deserve those titles more than you.
Plus
Just
20. You can't fail.
Yep. Look, don't blame yourself. Under the circumstances, you did everything possible and more besides. Jesus, Eurobeth.
My
Calm down.
favorite one is Intimidate.
Why?
Because that's just such a good rebuttal.
Yeah.
Like, your suggestion's no better than desertion, except you want me to take responsibility for it. I don't want to hear it. Join the ranks, knight, and fight as you swore to do. Hell yeah. But yeah. Thank you, Commander. The gratitude in Iravet's voice is sincere. A spark of enthusiasm appears in her eyes, which had grown dull over recent weeks.
Uh-huh.
The half-orc salutes you sharply. For a moment, you once again see the Irabeth, who is ready to protect the Defender's heart to her dying breath. Thank you for still trusting me. More than anyone else does in this crusade. Even more than I trust myself.
Not even your wife?
I don't know. I mean, she's right over there. If she had something to say, she'd have piped up. Despite your words... oh no, that should be you. That's Ejik's perspective.
Despite your words, Eurobeth obviously still feels unworthy of her commander's rank. Changing her mind will require more than platitudes. Perhaps you can bolster her by appointing her to a position where she can work more closely with rank and file soldiers. Those who have faith in their commander remains undimmed.
Yep. So I just wanted to say, if you'd actually given into the rage, what you do is you just sock her super hard. Like, you give her a wound on her face, it's hard enough. And her reaction to that is to go... well, everybody freaks out because you just punched Irabeth, and she goes, no, stop. He's right. Thank you for setting me straight, Commander. I'll get my people together. And then she does the battle. And when you talk to her here, she thanks you in the same way of, like, you know, thank you for believing in me enough to challenge me like that. No one else was willing to.
Ah. Fair enough.
Yeah. So I told you, it's not as bad as it seems. Turns out she's the kind of person who responds well to a good slap in the face.
Well, that's not my way.
Nope.
Unfortunately.
Totally.
Ow, my butt.
Well, that was a non sequitur if I've ever heard one.
Look, I was sitting on a wooden chair. My butt hurts.
I see.
I have delicate bones.
That... You know what? Yes, dear.
Delicate tailbone.
Yes, dear.
You don't yes, dear me.
Of course not, dear.
I hate you. I'm going to sell you to a trader for 1 gold. That's what I'm doing.
I'm not sure I'm worth a whole gold.
Fine. 2 silver pieces.
I mean, that's kind of undercutting it. But
yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. Take that.
Literal slave driver. Anyway.
Anyway, how's the Eagle Watch doing in Canabras?
Everything is going well. I was wary of handing over the reins at first. I was afraid that everything would fall apart without Anevia and me. But I took a risk and left a very clever lad in charge. A tiefling, as it happens. He infiltrated the cult alone. They couldn't imagine a tiefling wouldn't be on their side. He exposed an entire cell. I personally knighted him just before the city was attacked.
Huh.
Of course, there were many who weren't happy to hear about it, but it's not my job to make people happy.
Oh, is that...
Yeah,
What's his nuts?
Rakurth.
Drakarth!
Yeah.
Wow.
So Rakarth is now at her standing. Like, he's...
He hasn't disappointed. Oh, he's built up stuff. I'm so excited for this boy.
Right? He hasn't disappointed. He has built up the Order's ranks again, and is running everything so smoothly. It's as if the demon's attack never happened. He's proving more that I left Canabras in good hands. But I admit, it's still strange to think that such a small order as the Eagle Watch now has 2 chapters. One in Dresden, one in Canabras. Yeah, so he's doing great. I imagine he and Sentry are still fighting all the time.
Yeah, like an old married couple.
Yep.
They're gonna hate that people keep saying that about them, don't they?
Sentry
At least he would.
Sentry would probably have a good laugh about it.
Alright, I suppose that's it.
Alright, Managed Crusade?
Yeah. Oh god, my butt.
I'm sorry about your sore butt.
Thank you. Jeez. All I wanted was some sympathy.
I mean,
Only
you got
had
it.
to mock me.
But yeah, it came cushioned with a little bit of mockery.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like
That's
taking...
hard to.
It's like taking the sympathy and wrapping it in barbed wire.
Would anyone like to have this guy as a new friend? Willing to give him over for like 2 silver pieces? Where's Hunger? Hunger, come back! I don't want anymore.
I have an offer for you. Alright. So, your 2 events, an army of thieves, and a problem with 9 lives.
Oh god. My god, this really does just ends up feeling like
Yeah.
Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
Yeah. Welcome to
But I
managing
start
your city.
with war.
Here's another thing. Let's enter Dresden.
God damn it, Savon's broke. I guess I'm stuck with you.
Guess so.
Ugh.
Very cool.
Wow.
So yeah.
It really is Romance of the Three
You can
Kingdoms.
spend finance points to build stuff that have effects. We really
Wow.
shouldn't waste money on this yet. But eventually you're going to need a strategy and to execute it. And also there will be a bunch of outposts that you do this to as well.
Wow. Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Shit. Oops. Don't tell me there are like debate battles I need to win.
No debate battles, but you will have events that you have to solve, and it's not clear which, like, decisions will have which effects.
Okay. Interesting. I think this is what I wanted Dragon Age Inquisition to be.
Right? Because it had, like, management and sending people on missions and shit. But it was so...
Nothing?
nothing. It didn't mean anything.
Thanks to Duzen, I had a mod that like got rid of the stupid time aspect that
Yes,
the
that's the
developers
dumbest.
decided to add into.
Yep.
Like the game legit made you wait 2 in-game days for
Yeah.
some quests.
Same shit in Black Flag. Bullshit.
Like, I hate that.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
They were in love with that. They wanted you to spend money on, like, a currency that could, like, get it done immediately. I don't know if it ever got implemented, but that was definitely the intention. I remember that much. Let's say about an army of
Fucking
thieves.
stupid.
A large group of suspicious individuals have arrived at the gates of Dresden. They wish to join the crusade. Officers have recognized a number of thieves and murderers among their ranks, and it seems that the newcomers are only interested in the spoils of war. Should they be accepted?
Can we arrest them?
Yes. You can accept them, which will get you 6 rogues, 8 bandits for your armies. You can send them away for 750 diplomacy experience. Arrest them. It's a lawful action, and it gets you 14 convicts for your armies. You are not a lich, so you can't do whatever that is.
Would that just have been to turn them into my undead army?
Probably. You can accept
Jesus
and
Christ.
take care of them, which unlocks Raising Heroes Decree. Raising Heroes gets you 6 paladins and 8 marksmen recruited to your headquarters.
Do I have 2,000 leadership points?
Where do I see that?
Oh.
I'm not sure where that is.
Well, nuts.
You have... I'm not
The
sure.
weird brain just said, yes, raising heroes. Oh, leadership.
Oh, you just need to have 2,000 leadership. Yeah, you've got more than that.
No, 2,000 finance points.
Oh,
and then
finance. Yeah,
leadership.
you're right. 2,000 finance points. That's pretty expensive.
That's pretty expensive. For how many paladins?
That's not even a huge number. 6 paladins, 8 marksmen.
2,000? Ugh.
Marksmen are very
I
strong.
wish to join the crusade.
They want to join, but it feels like they're probably only here for their own purposes. But that doesn't mean they can't be useful, and you can't take advantage of that. Or, for good optics, you send them away. Or you arrest them and force them into military service.
I hate this.
This is one of the easiest decisions.
Is it?
Yeah.
Make it for me then, Jester.
Well, which one do you want? Do you want to keep them? And if you do, what do you want to do with them? Or do you want to send them away?
Why not keep them, I suppose.
Cool. Do you want to accept them as they are? Train them? Or throw them in the brig?
Train them. Ugh. Hateful.
Arushale is certain service in the Crusade reforms thieves. So she has assigned experienced officers to guide them. Along with combat training, they teach the bandits about honor and valor. So that's only available if you have Arushale.
Arushale?
Yep.
Wow. Thanks, Arushale.
Problem with 9 lives.
You're a lifesaver.
The quartermaster brought cats to Dresden so that they could keep the stores safe from rats. Smaller demons have learned to assume the form of a cat to sneak into the city and wreak havoc. The soldiers are ready to start hunting cats, but the quartermaster is against it. You can, be vigilant but leave the cats alone. Costs you leadership but gets you logistics experience points. Get rid of the cats. Gets you leadership but costs you logistics. Induct the cats into service! Gives you 1,500 logistics experience points and 500 military experience points. Or reach out to the Cult of Bastet.
Okay.
It gives you once you've done this and the Bastet priest comes in. The Bastet is the cat-headed goddess of the Arisian pantheon.
Okay.
Yeah, like a goddess of cats. And her priestess would come in and be able to easily tell the difference between a real cat and not one.
I don't have 100 energy points.
Nope. But it would increase your energy point income by 5 per turn.
Oh, I can go into energy debt?
I don't think so. But you don't have to do this immediately.
Oh.
Yeah, choosing
Then
this
let's wait.
gives you the option. These all happen immediately. No, you have to see to all of these events.
Oh.
These will all happen immediately. This one will give you... What this does is it gives you Blessing of Bastet, which does not have to happen immediately.
I see.
Induct the cats into service. I've never seen that
That's
one.
very funny.
Is that
I don't know
Ulbrich?
what that means. Induct the cats into the service?
Yeah.
What would they do?
I've never seen it, so it's got to be Ulbrich.
Okay, let's do it. Albrig, maybe you can do something about this.
All caps have been pronounced crusaders and now perform military duty. The red ones have been appointed priests of Iomade! Never mind, this is definitely Trickster. While the gray ones are inquisitors. Oddly enough, this solution worked. Cat patrols now parade through the city, and their dreaded meowing causes any demon disguise to fall apart. Woe be to the enemy that runs into them! Iomede's paws are soft to the righteous and sharp to abyssal spawn!
Alright!
Yeah, alright!
Cat!
Yeah. No, that's gotta be from Trickster. Holy shit.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good.
Crusader cats! I like how they're color-coded! Red ones are clerics of Iomade.
And the gray ones are inquisitors. Yeah, you better watch out. I have an army of cats.
Yeah.
They're like, I have an army of demons. And each guy's like, I have an army of cats.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So these decrees, you can do them in any order you want, but I do recommend forming the councils first.
Okay, let's do that.
No military council? And we have to do orders to Erebeth first.
Erebeth's breakdown, which occurred before the assault on Dresden, still haunts her mind. She should be reminded that she was, is, and will always be a hero in the eyes of the soldiers by appointing her as a commander of a small squad of crusaders. Unfortunately, because Erebeth is occupied as squad leader, the duties of the Crusades command have to be transferred to someone else. Oh. Who would that be?
Guess we'll have to see. This is going to take 7 days for us to arrange a replacement for her and make her a commander.
Alright, well, let's do it then, I suppose.
Oh, next level of military. You're right. In that case... let's kick some asses.
Hmm.
Yep, these asses are not going to kick themselves.
I wonder if I can find an archived version of Romance of the Three Kingdoms on the
Mm,
PS2.
mm. Oh, PS2 specifically.
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
that's where I played it.
Okay. Is it like the PC versions or?
I have no idea. I never played the PC versions.
Fair enough. Right. Succubi. They're so annoying.
Wow.
Oh, they're incubi. But still, deeply annoying.
They also sound very stupid.
Yeah, it's just using the stock scream sound effect.
It's a lot. Get rid of the ones nearby the knights.
No, it's gonna get to act first. Just move them.
Okay.
Yeah, should be fine. Yeah,
This is a bit unfortunate.
they're really obnoxious. And because we've been demoralized, we are less likely to kill them all. So instead of it just being solid 6, it's between 2 and 6.
This poor shielder.
It's not enough of them. Yeah. Oh, sick. The fact that the general is just determined to kill our clerics is infuriating, too.
Hmm.
Yeah. Come on, big money. A little better.
If the units are wiped out on the field, can you still cure wounds them?
No, there has to at least be one left.
Oh,
Yep.
you can't wait for me to see the trickster units later on? Hell yeah.
Yeah. So one of the there are some wacky units for several of them. Azada actually gets a like secret like undercover mimic unit
Oh,
where mimics agree to work with the Crusade and become like beds and chairs to ambush cultists.
that's so fucking funny.
Yes, Azada is so whimsical and silly. You also get your own Havoc Dragon, which is a chaotic good dragon that is like an adorable child who loves eating sweet foods and causing pranks.
Amazing.
God.
God, leave them alone.
That was a good heal.
Are the shielders really worth keeping on if there's only 15 of them?
That's going to depend on decisions later. I would replace them with another unit, and maybe we can. But even with 15 of them, they're hard to kill.
I suppose. God, full infirmary.
Yeah, we took losses this time. I couldn't just wait around and spam heal because their general was shooting us.
You don't know why, but you just thought about how scary it would be to be on the receiving end of a clueless raging demon.
Oh,
Like just watching it sheer horror as that motherfucker just glides towards you then and to absolutely wreck your shit. Yeah. And that's a 7 rank demon army.
yeah. Thankfully.
Boo.
Oh wait, no, we don't want here. We don't want that.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Wars are expensive.
Yup. Very much so. So now we're up to 7.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, we
Crusader
are.
Army 2, yeah. If we were gonna replace the shield bearers, it'd probably be with these champions. Champions are like shock troops. They have very low AC, but they do a ton of damage. I should also adjust it.
What's the golden haired persons?
Paladins.
Oh.
We've only got 2.
Cool.
Also, let's rename this so I'm not looking for it all the time. Even
sort of will. Yeah. Even mists. But battalion?
Yeah, battalion. Leave you there.
What are the orcs?
Oh, I'm not sure if they're orcs, but those are mounted scouts.
They look like orcs.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they're supposed to be. And our rangers, will bring them home too. So generally, we're going to be keeping everybody in uh, Keeper's Canyon instead of Dresden, because it's just easier to manage when you don't have to put new recruits into existing armies. They are half orcs? Okay. That said, let's reduce the number of armies we have.
It'd be nice if we had the backing of some kingdoms that's been fighting these demons for the last couple of centuries to payroll us. But it's not like the world depends on us beating the demons or anything.
No, nothing like that. It's a good thing that, like, petty squabbling in politics wouldn't possibly get in the way of, fighting the Worldwound.
You're kidding.
Just wait.
Really?
Just wait. You just, yeah.
I hate people.
Mm-hmm. You're a level 5 army? Well, now you're a level dead army.
So lame, bestie.
What's that?
You're so lame.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That was so lame.
That's correct.
I
You
can't
have a
believe.
problem?
No, I suppose I don't have a problem.
That's what I thought.
Sorry, I brought it up.
Yes, you are. So mad.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not mad at all. I'm not. I'm not mad.
I know. You would never be mad.
I'm not. I'm the paragon of patience.
Ah!
Why are you laughing? It's true. I'm still friends with you, aren't I?
Yeah, it's true.
See?
God knows I don't
Paragons
have.
of patience.
God knows I don't bring any other benefits to the table.
Wow. I don't know. Teaching me patience is one thing.
Yeah, man, it's so easy to just like take jabs at myself and Bob will crack and defend me. It's amazing.
Well, sorry that I like you, then.
Ah, it's so funny.
I have a terrible best friend.
Yeah, you do.
Once again, I'm opening up a bit. Wow, that was quick.
Yeah. They are pretty effective.
Nice. Get him! Get him! Hi, this is the patient store. We're currently out of stock. Please come by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right, Crimson? Ugh. Nice.
Yeah. Perfect.
Can you believe, like, the utter, like, confusion and emotional turmoil Albrecht must be in?
Oh yeah, it's got to be something else.
Like, apparently he slept for 100 years. Never... And... Cause, like, I'm sure that must weigh on him, right?
Oh yeah,
Like if he was awake and able to fight, then maybe Sir Chorus might not fall or whatever. Not that it could be true. Not that that's true.
yeah, but it's got
But
to feel that way, right?
yeah. Your favorite bank to go to? International Bank of Flux. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Crusade depends on the support of Nerosian and foreign countries. The Diplomatic Council will see to it that no political problems interfere with the regular inflow of gold and recruits to Dresden. Asterisk.
Thanks.
The success of military action depends on regular supply of everything troops need, and the judicious distribution of resources. The Logistic Council, made up of experienced officers, will ensure that there is no chaos in the army while the commander's attention is focused on the front line.
What a joke. The flow of gold to the Crusade. Forming a military council.
Yeah. Oh, another decree is
Decree is being
already.
enacted this time.
Alright.
Okay, well. Raising heroes.
14 days and 2,000. That's such a
Oh.
bad return. We don't need to do it. We'll just leave it there. Do it if we have time later. What we can do is get a new weapon for Socio.
Alright. Let's do that, I suppose.
Yeah. So we're going to reach out to a skilled craftsman who wants to augment Soul Shear, a weapon that we took from Staunton.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back and engage with our councils. Praise me, it's early the weekend, guide folks. Yeah, take care.
Yeah.
Have a good sleep.
Night-night, Crimson. Sleep well and have good rest. Hey, yeah. Man.
Hmm?
Sometimes I'm just annoyed that the I guess scammers exist.
Ah, yeah.
It's kind of annoying. Friggin'
Yeah, scammers are a fucking blight.
scammers, scalpers.
Oh, scalpers can go fuck themselves. Seekland. Before you stands a tall...
Silkind.
Selkind, whatever. Silkind, yeah. Before Steve stands a tall, fit man whose dark hair already tinged with gray. He greets you with a brisk military salute. My name is Captain Silkind. I command the vanguard of mercenary group called the Blackstone Company. We come from Andoran to assist you.
I see.
For those who don't know, Andoran is a nation of people governed by the principle of common rule, which grants every citizen a voice. Andoran holds the reins of its own destiny in its strong hands and its people. It considers itself the birthplace of freedom.
Oh. Interesting. Why'd you join up with us?
Queen Galfrey paid for our services, but please, do not think that we fight for gold. Or gold alone. We are true sons and daughters of Andoran. So the ideals of equality and resisting enslavement ring true in our hearts. We will be glad to stand in the way of the demons, who seek to force mortal kind into bondage. The bulk of our company made camp in Nerosium, but the vanguard, consisting of our finest soldiers, if I may add, was put under your command.
I see. I want to know more about your unit.
The Blackstone Company is proud to be recognized as one of the finest Andoran mercenary regiments. We're not a bunch of unscrupulous sellswords looking to oppress the innocent and serve the tyrants of the world. No, we're adventurers, eager to get involved in dangerous enterprise and leave it with pockets full of gold and a clear conscience.
I see.
So they're an adventuring group that's large enough to be mercenary company. Which is why we held a vote among our units. We were glad to accept Queen Galfrey's invitation to join the crusade, though some of our commanders, did voice the displeasure with the sum she'd offered. But like I'd said, we Andorans are a free people who cannot be pushed around and who cannot be bought, only convinced.
With money.
Well, money is a consideration, but as he pointed out, it wasn't the only consideration because they're here.
Okay.
The Queen wasn't offering enough money to hire them.
Any suggestion, Jester? Jester?
Having fun?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jester, any suggestions?
I mean, once you address me by a reasonable title, I'll be happy to give you a suggestion. Actually, I wanted you to think about the wisdom of making me a jester. That makes me immune to slander against you.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
then in the name of your cavernous vagina, I recommend get on with your duties.
Oh my god. Immediately taking advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not unexpected. Cavernous vagina?
Cavernous vagina.
Wow.
It has an echo. Gnomes are trying to get the rights to mine there.
For echoes to form, it would need a solid surface to bounce, man.
Yeah,
A
cervix.
vagina isn't. A vagina is a cushion. It'll absorb sound.
I mean, that just tells you how wide it is.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not my fault you have, like, vaginal calcification.
Wow, Ichigo's old, man.
I'm talking about you.
If I'm old, you're older,
Yes, I am.
man. Yeah, I suppose you would know. You've had many a cavernous vagina.
It's true. Nothing I like more than throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Jesus Christ.
We ready to finish this and keep going?
Sure, get on
Next
with your
bit?
duties, okay?
Next bit? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Glad to be under your command. He salutes you again, smiles, and adds in a softer voice. It will be an honor to serve you, Commander. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need to talk, I'd be happy to lend an ear.
Was that flirting?
Hello.
Actually,
Yeah.
Urba said that we're under threat from the demons with unusual abilities. Like that Nabasu that attacked your army at the Lost Chapel. They're very powerful and they're growing in number. You haven't found out where they're coming from, have you? No. Usually looks around shyly and continues, lowering her voice, as if entrusting you with a personal secret. I think I I'm not sure, but I think I have a lead. I know where to find someone who could lead us to the source of their power. Who are you talking about? A hag by the name of Jernica. She used to live here before the fall of Sarkoris. When the demons invaded this world, she happily took their side. The old cannibal knows many secrets. You just have to make her talk.
Yeah, if you didn't recruit Arushale in Dresden, you get a note to this, like telling you to come to where Jarunica is, and that's where you meet her again. And she's been out here being a vigilante for the last several weeks.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a queen. Um, does this Jernica have special powers? Her? I doubt it. But still, be careful. She's very old, very sly creature. And she's incredibly dangerous. How did you find out about this? Ursula quickly looks at the faces of those present and seems to curl in on herself.
Mm-hmm.
Quietly, almost whispering, she says, "That's a long story. I'll tell you when we get there, alright?" Okay, so where is she? Oh, hiccup. The place is called the Queen Gates. I'll show you how to get there.
Three gates has been revealed.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Hate hiccups. Long ago, before the Worldwound, there was a Sarkorian fortress there. The Crusaders built a small chapel, but for many, many years, the place had been home to nothing but abomination and squalor. Thanks, Ursula. Happy to help. It's just... Ursula looks around cautiously again and lowers her voice. You won't go without me, will you? I want to personally make sure this monster doesn't escape you. Uh-huh. Grudge?
Something personal about that place. Grand.
Oh, you!
Grand.
Grandma Gretlin, the director. Grandma Gretlin lowers herself into a bow. Oh, good day, your commandership. It is we, the artistic board of the next door theater. We're still working on our piece about your heroism. We even taken on a few new crew members. We now have a master of stage equipment and scenery. It's my granddaughter, Tina. Tina, say hello to her commandership.
Why is her granddaughter a halfling?
Is it a halfling?
Yeah, because she's not fully grown yet, so she wouldn't be as tall as a dwarf.
Oh. Grandma Gretlin, the director. We are faced with another dilemma, your commandership. We simply can't decide on a climactic moment for the act that's all about the Battle of Dresden. Here, you listen to the options. She holds a scroll up over her eyes and begins to read, running a gnarled finger along each line. Oh god. Option 1. The commander, so that's you, launches herself out of a catapult and smashes down the fortress walls, allowing the armies to rush inside. And option 2, the commander, so that's you again, masquerades as a Baylor and creeps into Dresden disguised and opens the gates to the Crusaders.
Okay, if
Or
you're a
option
male,
3.
that's different.
Really?
Yeah, you dress yourself up as a succubus to sneak in.
That's crazy.
Like Joseph Joestar.
Option 3, the commander, that's you again, rides to the attack on an enormous mountain goat, or should we call it a battering ram, and it breaks down the city gates. Well, what say you? Because, like, on the one hand, I like the idea of telling of these minstrels who are telling like a like not the real account of what
A
happened,
dramatic reenactment.
but like because like she's used to bards who tells tales of her
Mhm.
story, but like make her seem more powerful and strong than she actually is,
Yeah.
and that's scary. On the other hand, she's not sure she wants to be uh
Attached to the battering ram approach.
yes. um um she closed her eyes for a bit, like, why is this even a thing I have to consider? The cross dressing as a Baylor, probably the best one, surely. Yes, it sort of makes it a performance within a performance. Theater in the theater. A double entendre and a double entendre. Oh, I think I misspoke. Thank you for the inspiration, your commandership. Have a nice day, commander. Uh-huh. But their voices project so well I can easily hear the next conversation. Oh god. What do you think? Maybe we cannot somehow catapult to the Baylor plot? Maybe the commander can use the catapult to fly out Dresden when she's completed her mission. Uh-huh.
Titty.
Tina, the scenery master. Oh, she is just a halfling. Or
Smashing.
no.
Now that I can remind you, now I just remind you that the role of the commander is being played by Lily, who's deathly afraid of heights to the point of hysterics. We could convince her to climb in a catapult basket.
Oh, calm yourself, Tina. It's just a minor snag. You can't achieve success without a few difficulties along the way. We'll think of something, you'll see. Okay, Grandma.
She uses the same argument if the Cyclops is the actor. And it's like, the argument against it is, where are you going to find a catapult that big? Like, that doesn't exist.
Okay. Lady Konomi. Oh, a sharp-looking Kitsune gives you a quick, business-like bow. Commander, the matters before us are urgent, so let's not stand and stare. On ceremony, I am Lady Konomi, the official attaché of Nerosian. Here are my credentials. She presents a scroll adorned with Galfrey's seal. Her Majesty has instructed me to lead your headquarters' diplomatic council. Oh, thanks. Wonderful.
Honestly, I was surprised when Lady Konomi asked me to join the council. But I will do my best to fill the shoes of a trained diplomat.
Elon's here.
Yeah. Strange. I got invited to this council too. I'm sure foreign ambassador will be thrilled to see my face and my manners. Lady Konami, do you think maybe you've mistaken me for a different Crusader Lon? I, like many nobles, have been trained in diplomacy, and in fact, I hold the title of Royal Emissary. It's passed down the Arendelle line. I must say that prior to this day, I employed my diplomatic skills solely to undermine Dendeb's international reputation. It's time to break that habit. I imagine preventing international scandals will be just as interesting as causing them. Who knows?
Yes.
I might even enjoy it.
What the hell?
I love Deering. Like, oh, on the other side of this, how novel, how quaint.
Sorry if you guys heard that weird buzz just now. I have no clue what that was.
Me either. It sounded like you shook a thing of macaroni.
Yeah. Um, what's on the council's agenda today? I'm not gonna question the composition.
No.
I hate to say it, Commander, but not everyone in Norosian is pleased with your progress. Some believe that, to use their words, you are out of control and fancy yourself an independent leader. It wouldn't surprise me if you encountered supply disruptions in the near future. I would suggest quelling their anger. Show the capital you haven't forgotten about the chain of command. For example, you could hold a parade in honor of Her Majesty.
Yeah,
Of course.
already. The
Uh,
first meeting, and politics is already getting in the way.
yes. Demons are at our doorstep. Oh, that upstart. Oh, that
Can't believe
upstart.
you'd undermine the
Oh,
queen
she's
like this.
forgotten the chain of command.
I can't believe she'd undermine the
Ooh.
queen like this. So uppity. If we need to demonstrate that we're keeping the Rosian in mind, why don't we invite the capital's high priest to Dresden for a religious festival? It would be appropriate, and the church's support would shield us from accusations from schemers.
Yeah.
Pander to the naysayers? I think not. I propose that we hold a parade in your honor, Ichigo. This is your victory, and if Cousin Galfrey wants to show off in front of the soldiers, she is welcome to capture something of her own.
Deerin. Deerin. Deerin.
Yep. Long's eyes flash with anger. Are you out of your mind? We've got Are they out of their mind? We've got a whole Dresden full of soldiers who need medicine, food, and weapons. Until everyone is taken care of, we can't waste a single coin on pointless celebrations. Comrade Long.
To incur Neurusian discontent? You were too good. You reclaimed Canobras and you won the Battle of Dresden. You're a menace to the Worldwound. Your authority grows and the influence of the Queen's confidants diminishes. This creates the impression that there's only enough space for you at the top. Members of the Royal Council are afraid that you will muscle them out of the political arena altogether.
Oh no.
Oh no, we're so scared of the thing.
Yeah, they're gonna lose their power. They have the Queen's ear.
Ah, fucking hell, I hate these bitches.
Yep.
Immediately. Not even a second's rest.
Nope.
I want to hear the opinions of my advisors.
There's more there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, after all, if you're doing so well, maybe Her Majesty doesn't need them that much. Therefore, they might try to discredit you, impede your war effort, reduce the scale of your victories. Make some concessions, and they'll see that you're open to negotiations.
They don't give a fuck about negotiations.
Nope. Well, I want to hear the opinions of my advisors. The economy gives you a look of surprise. Whatever for? Aren't the wishes of the capital obvious enough? Although, very well. Let us hear the council.
Oh boy.
Great. Also, see how does inviting the high priest to the festival help us?
Without a doubt, we remain loyal to the Queen and respect the hierarchy. But that doesn't mean we have to kowtow to the Royal Council whenever they ask. I think we should neither do their bidding nor seek quarrel with them. Rather, we should try to take a middle path. The High Priest of Neurosian is a powerful figure, yet he's not a schemer or a politician. By inviting him to the festival, we'll both show that we are not cutting ties with Neurosian, and let them know that we have influential friends who are not about to buckle under the Royal Council. I actually think his plan's the smartest.
Yeah. Same. Like, Deeran's just trying to...
Yeah, Deeran's an asshole. Like, fuck them, you won, you get a parade. Deeran's gassing you up at every opportunity.
Let's see. Deeran, tell me, what's the point of taunting the capital again?
There is a fine line between taunting and setting boundaries, and between showing respect and putting on a collar. Mind you, I'm not suggesting anything treasonous or disrespectful. A parade in honor of the true heroine of Dresden and Canavras. What could be more natural than that? Besides, a healthy amount of disobedience guarantees that people won't pester you with lectures and nonsense as often. A dozen tutors responsible for my upbringing can attest to that.
He's such a dick.
Right? I love how open and unrepentant he is. He's just so honest about his bullshit.
Oh, what a guy. What a fella.
Yeah.
Lon, do you think ignoring the capital's worries is a good idea?
And what are they doing? What are they going to do about it? We're the ones protecting them from the demons, not the other way around. Having loyalties to the capital is great, but there are more important things, like having the loyalty of our own soldiers. When the demons come, what will we do? Shake our fists and say that we've got powerful friends in Erosian?
Good lad. Uh, he's got the right idea.
Yeah, like her idea is the best for, like, maintaining, like, diplomatic ties with the council. That said, it is, like, wasting money and kowtowing to them.
Well, Lady Konoe, what good will a parade in Her Majesty's honor do? Be symbolic and affordable. Show them how much you respect and value Her Majesty. And give courtesy to those who pay for your arrows, swords, bread. Royal Council has power. But they want to turn those patrons into adversaries and test whose influence is greater, yours or theirs. Please them and they will stop worrying about your loyalty. You'll be able to focus on your war. Sure. They'll keep asking for more.
Uh-huh. So let me get this straight. Hiding behind our backs and buying their safety from the demon invasion with bread and other people's lives is a new form of charity. Are you sure we shouldn't go to them, drop to our knees, and thank them for allowing us to die in this war?
Mm-hmm.
I love Lon. He's so good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you're wondering why she invited him here, I do recommend, if you still can, finding out her reason for including him, because it tells you everything you need to know about her.
Okay. Everything is clear.
Not too late. Basically, it's because when someone who looks like him is sitting at the table, they don't take him seriously. Like,
yeah.
they'll just, he's like a diplomatic tool to her. The fact that he doesn't look serious or intimidating.
Yeah. It's true. It is useful. No, Social. Invite the High Priest of Nerostian to the religious festival. A moment, Commander. I understand that you're used to being the highest authority in all matters, but political decisions aren't exceptions. I'm professional in this field, and you are not. By ignoring my recommendations, you are not only deliberately seeking conflict with the capital, but disregarding common sense as well. I urge you to reconsider. You've invited my companions to the diplomatic council, but now you refuse to listen to their opinions? I'm simply suggesting you Give your companions time to find their feet in the council and to grasp the principle of being a diplomat. A diplomat. Also, if they weren't on the council, your decision could be mistaken for the decrees of a tyrant. That is definitely not the public image you need. I hate politics.
Yep. The council exists entirely so it doesn't seem like I'm making the decisions unilaterally or that she controls me. But she controls me is the actual goal here. And now I understand the role that I've been given. Lady Konami, I'm supposed to stand in a pretty doublet and keep my mouth shut. I can promise you the former, but not the latter.
So aggravating. Don't tell me what to do. You're inviting the High Priest. That's all. Thank you. And Janami's voice hardens. I cannot challenge your decision. However, I have no choice but to inform the capital that you have disregarded my recommendations. Actions like these are precisely what gave Darusian cause for concern, Commander. I hope you'll revise this defiant stance in the future.
Fuck off.
Uh-huh. Jump off a cliff.
I'll see to it that the High Priest receives the proper welcome, and let him know that the strength of our faith is just as absolute as our loyalty to Mendev.
And with that, we can bring the meeting of the Diplomatic Council to a close. It is unfortunate that things were so tense, but I'm sure we'll soon have many more opportunities to resolve any misunderstandings between us. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Go away.
Hey. Hail, Commander! A middle-aged dwarf, who has clearly seen some combat, salutes you on barely moving bone-dried hand. On her face are huge scarred claw marks. A black eye patch covers one eye, and she's watching you with the other, intent and somber. Doralinga Stranglehold, Chair of the Logistics Council, at your service. We've got ourselves an ugly situation that requires your decision.
What's happened? I hope I won't get in anyone's way if I join you. Ursula looks around with visible worry. I think I could give some good advice here. If you don't mind, of course. No.
I love
You're
her.
welcome here. We love you. I love you.
Right? Hopefully, the council will benefit from my vast experience surviving with gear that consists of rocks and sticks, and where any dinner that's not squirming on your plate is considered a feast. All in all, kind of like our crusade.
All right.
Ba-dum-psh.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you. Our logistics are a mess. We need more of everything. And what we do have is in disarray. Crates of provisions have been rotting away in storehouses because some idiot quartermasters spilled beer on the papers.
Oh!
Yeah. And fools are not the worst problem. There's also theft. Some officers grease palms to get a helmet with stylish plumage or a fancy blade from the Rosian. Meanwhile, that means the ordinary soldiers are being armed with barely more than kitchen knives.
Oh.
Hammer and tongs. It's time to give the entire logistics staff the bum's rush. The question is, where do we find capable and honest people to replace them?
These scoundrels must be replaced with decent, honorable people. Selfless souls who have proven that they put their comrades' lives above all else. especially their own wealth. Surely that's who will take the best care of our soldiers.
Well, let's get some veterans on the job. People who had their fill of the front lines, who know firsthand what life is like for the common soldier. What the rations taste like, and that the boots are always the wrong size. My suggestion is to call some experienced, well-connected supply officers from Nerosium. Let them leave their cushy jobs in Mendev and work up a sweat for the good of the crusade.
Oh. Dorgalinda, what are this council's responsibilities?
The Logistics Council deals with all manner of relating to supplying the army. Most issues will be trivial and undeserving of your attention. However, from time to time, serious decisions will need to be made, and that's when I'll convene the council.
Okay. I have questions for the council. I like to ask all of these things in order.
Sure.
You think I shouldn't have joined? Oh, that's not what I meant.
No, but that's how
Usually
she
looks
was going
away
to take it.
sheepishly. It's just, well, I spent a lot of time studying how armies work, both Crusaders and demonic, when I was spying. I think my advice might be useful. Or at least, I hope it will be. But if I am, I'll bother. I'll leave, of course. Yeah. Lon?
Well,
He's
I
so
know a
cute.
thing or two about gathering weapons and provisions. Compared to the war for survival, we had to wage underground, you guys have it easy up here. If things go badly, I could teach your troops how to live off the land, and how to craft decent weapons from junk. I'll have memories of Lon's special stew for years. Not sure if those will be fond memories, but they'll remember them for sure.
Yeah?
Yep, Lon's 3 mushroom soup.
Yeah, Lon, you're not wrong, I suppose.
Yeah, so Lon wants to turn them all into Naked Snake.
Naked snake! Snake?
Worldwound. Autogon. What's the Worldwound?
Do you think he would survive this
Oh, he's got guns,
this
absolutely.
Yeah.
And Big Boss would know how to make his own ammo.
Yeah? Yeah, I suppose he would.
A lot of swords kicking around, he could just melt down into bullets.
Wow. He's such a nerd. Wow.
Dorlinga. Over my years of doing quartermaster duty, I've managed to develop a bit of a reputation for myself. The units I'm responsible for are always properly equipped, armed, and fed. Thieves, scatterbrains, and reprobates promptly get the boot. Bureaucrats, who never seem to have anything, miraculously find everything they need after meeting with me. In short, don't you worry. Commander, I am right where I belong.
Okay.
I like
You
her.
sound like you're able to do the thing.
Yeah. Like, it's such a breath of fresh air after Lady Konomi.
Yeah. Okay.
So, choice effects.
Yep.
Marushale gives all our trainable units ready for everything, which is a +2 bonus to all saving throws. Good one. Lon recommends veterans, which gives trainable units only the essentials. They have a 10% bonus to maximum HP. Also good. Doralingas give equipment from the state. Units get a +1 bonus to attack and all saving throws. Decent.
Um. This is this is my worst nightmare.
What?
I'm
Decisions?
I'm not made for leading this for leading people. For leading a whole thing, man.
Well, walk me through your thoughts. Like, what are you considering here?
I like Arushle's idea, but at the same time that's not feasible. I
No.
don't think so at least.
It's a bit naive.
Ah, I think Lon's idea might be the best on because of,
Yeah, the veterans will make sure they're
um
well stocked up, and if yeah, they
yeah.
might not have anything special, but they'll have what they need. Doralinga gets them all the best they can get.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean
Maybe
that they won't be
Dorgalinda's
easily bought off, I
yeah.
guess is the other thing.
Yeah.
I usually
Sort of
pick
hoping
Lon.
that if they're cushy people from Neurosian, then that would mean like their pride might stop them from like their pride as good officers might stop them from taking bribes and shit or whatever.
I mean, you'd hope. Yeah,
Yeah,
if
you
you want to
hope.
take Doralinga then?
Yeah.
We do. Soon we'll have a quartermaster with a friend or two, even in the Royal Council. Then it's decided. No matter what our new quartermasters are like, there's no possible way they could be worse than what we have now. The results will be reported to you. If anything else comes up, I will call the council right away. Doralinga, thank you for being here. Alright.
I mean, she says that there's no possible way it could be worse. I don't know.
I mean, we could have no quartermasters. But, like,
That's true.
mild exaggeration,
Having
but it's pretty bad, is what she's saying. It's pretty goddamn bad.
Yeah, I know. But having a quartermaster that's not going to take care of its quarters
Hmm?
is also bad.
Hmm?
Excuse me. Good burp well, right?
Yeah, solid. Go kick this army's ass.
No.
It's important to do these because you get little, like, daily bonuses. So doing them early means you get the most out of them.
Makes sense.
Probably won't be going out on adventure tonight. That'll be for next week. Boy, you close that distance, motherfucker. Yep. Alright, they shouldn't pose a threat to us now. So because you don't listen to her, she just stabs you in the back. It's more like she's using that for leverage so you'll listen to her next time. Oh hey, we got an herbal ring. Plus 4 morale bonus on saving throws against disease, nausea, and sickened. Huh,
Nice.
that's solid. What's this army got going on? We could take him.
My butt.
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying things about my butt.
Oh, I heard I'll be right back. I thought you... I didn't know you were talking about your butt again.
Oh. No, I said my butt.
Oh, I'm sorry about your butt. Please take good care of that butt. It's a nice one.
Sure, Bessie, sure.
What? Some people can't take a compliment.
Some people are weird about their compliments.
Yes. I am
You
some
thought
people.
about that?
Mm-hmm.
Great, I'm glad you thought about that.
I did.
Brr, brr.
Wom, wom, wom,
I
wom,
just
wom.
love that noise. Wow, wow, wow.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Someone kill me.
Thinking about it. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I see. I see.
You are my best friend.
Jonathan would like it to be known that he is only joking, everybody.
Mm-hmm. I do not intend to kill Pop the Nose.
Yet.
No, at all.
Yet.
You're my friend. I wouldn't want to deal with things without you in my life anymore.
Aww. Wow.
Get sincerity.
Uh, I mean, yeah. Having to deal with things without your best friend kind of sucks.
It does. Alright, that should be good for now.
Oh man.
Decrees.
Right, yesterday I read a Reddit ATA post. The title was "Am I the asshole for breaking my boyfriend's nose after he scared me in the bathroom?" And I'm like, sounds like a potential no, but go on.
Yeah, like, was this in reaction or later? That's
Right.
pretty important here.
So listen. So she was showering.
Yeah?
Boyfriend was not at home. She was showering. Suddenly, while she was showering, she hears the bathroom door open and the shower curtain being violently pulled back and someone screaming in her face.
Oh!
She fucking screamed and fucking decked the dude in the nose. And then when adrenaline left, she realized, because, oh, that's the boyfriend. The boyfriend was on the floor clutching his nose because he just got socked in the face. Right?
It sounds like she's
Now,
justified.
oh yeah. The thing about it is, boyfriend's now super mad at her
Uh-huh.
and sulking because she decked him.
Uh-huh. He's emasculated.
And I'm like, yeah, what did you fucking expect?
What was he
And
doing in there? What was his goal?
that's a good question. Hmm. Like, why would you goddamn scare your girlfriend like that? Dude,
No sweet clue.
like he's sulking because she broke his nose and she wasn't supposed to do that. Like, yeah, dude, you fucked around and you found out.
As Savant says, well, yeah, fuck around. Killing Bop is suboptimal, as apparently you're the real backbone of the Twitch channel. Thanks, Dark Savant.
Killing her would be suboptimal. Hear that, John?
Mm-hmm.
Killing me would be suboptimal.
Yeah, it would be.
Hi, Viv.
Boy, that
You
would
did miss anything.
that would be some catharsis. Welcome, Viv. Oh no,
It's too late though. John can't live without me.
Yeah, I'm
I'm too cute.
Yeah, I'm just playfully threatening my friend.
Yeah. He can no longer survive without me as a presence in his life. Get riggedy wrecked, motherfucker. Haha. I win.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Hi, Viv. It's been a hot minute. I hope you're okay.
Yeah, it has been a bit.
I hope you haven't been reading any more distressing things. Rare these days, but you know, I can hope.
Do we take multi-attack?
Uh,
Or do we have
I
it?
don't remember. Check.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Nice.
Hit blank. And it's mythic time. Everybody's favorite part of the game.
Mythic times.
Menus.
Oh.
Right,
No,
those
but
are
yeah. I don't I don't really understand people who like to you know, surprise their partner or friend like that.
I mean, the specific context and the way she's describing it.
Makes it
I
extremely bad, doesn't it?
I don't know what the fuck he thought he was doing. Not a big fan of shifters. I think they're medium. I think they're okay for multi-classing, but I haven't played with this particular kind of character before. So I'm just sort of building him as a what's that blood rager that can gain like animal weapons and stuff like that. Dimensional Retribution can actually work pretty well on him. That or impose possible speed.
Aggravating.
What,
I'm the
me?
backbone of his channel.
Yeah.
Oh, Savant, you shouldn't have said that. Oh, Savant.
You don't feed the ego, man.
No. Continue feeding my ego. I have very little.
Yeah, keep this up and I'll blow out your backbone.
Wow. Wowie. Wowie.
What are we doing with Irin? I guess just more spells. You only speak the truth. I hate all of you.
Yeah, see, John? He's only speaking the truth.
I'm so angry, it's unreal.
You're only angry because you know it's true. I am
Oh,
the
hey, a karaoke
backbone of
prompt for
this group.
Bob.
Um,
Good, sing a song for us.
um,
what a
sure.
what a flex!
Uh, uh. Now the question is, what song?
Yeah, that's always the thing, right?
Now sing for chat's amusement. How dare you?
I think we're doing enduring spells on her. She's at her best with buffs.
Uh-oh. Okay, no, I did it one correctly.
Alright, let's
Whoops!
spend the night.
Oh! Oh, my back.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Go.
no, my back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm growing older.
Yep.
I don't like growing older.
Tell me about it.
Scroll of Fireball.
Yeah, I was thinking of making a few of those. Alright, Bob, Tainted Love. It's weird, but it was only when the huge wave of soldiers was heading for the walls of Dresden that I truly felt part of the crusade.
Mhm.
The crusade began for me when the last familiar village faded from view, and I realized I no longer had the option of turning back. Mm-hmm.
Bob.exe not working? Yeah.
Come on, let's hear some Depeche Mode.
I refuse. Uh, I could just take the prompt, but will I?
I try to
I don't
help.
think I will.
I try to help. I try to make it easier for her. All of my efforts to be a good friend squandered on her stubbornness.
Yeah. It's just how it is, you know.
Never think I'm not the reasonable one. Let it be known.
But I am the reasonable one, though. You're not reasonable.
Well,
You're less reasonable than me.
then sing Tainted Love. You have nothing else.
Desperately looking through my Spotify for songs. That's not Tainted Love.
Yep. No, see, it didn't really matter what I said there, Savant. Bob was going to respond basically the same way. I just had to get them to start thinking about songs, because they were probably doing, like, brain empty, can't think of anything, because put on the
That's
spot.
correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Ah.
I would have been stunned if Bob actually took my advice.
This is an excellent ship.
Hmm?
This is an excellent friendship, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
The funniest one, at least, I've had.
Oh, yes. Most rewarding and funniest.
Would I take the offer? No,
No,
absolutely not.
never underestimate how much Bob likes to say no.
I also, in fact, hate being told no when I want to do something.
That's true.
That actually happened in D&D,
Yep.
or like the last campaign that we did. Can you just let me fail if the thing that I want to do
Yeah.
doesn't work? Just let me do it.
Yeah. No, it's totally
Ah,
fair.
yes, I did
In
ask for this.
like in that instance, I like specifically didn't want to because I didn't know if the party could win if you wasted turns.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right. I should have just let you fuck it up.
Yeah, I think it's more funny if the party has to has to live with my decisions, whether good or bad.
Bad is underlined. All right, gotta pick a song.
Look.
I know, I know.
I'll go with the classic. Why not? I say going with the classic and then realizing that's not very fun.
Remember, you
Yeah,
just
sure,
have
this one. Why not?
yeah, you just have to do like a verse and a chorus. Like
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Um, yeah. My favorite part of the Playing God song from Paramore. Here we go then.
hey,
If God's the game that you're playing, well, we must be more acquainted. Because it has to be so lonely to be the only one who's holy. It's just my humble opinion, but it's one that I believe in. You don't deserve a point of view if the only thing you see is you. You don't have to believe me, but the way I see it. Next time you point a finger, I might have to bend it back or break it off. Next time you point a finger, I'll point you to the mirror. There you go.
yeah, hell
Short.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
The least payoff kind of long wait in history.
I mean, it was a good
Well,
performance.
there are worser things out there.
Now let's recruit Graybar.
Yeah. Who?
How can I help you?
Oh, him!
Yeah, the world's sexiest dwarf.
Yeah, he is.
I'm gonna tell you,
Good God.
as soon as you find out, you're gonna realize why you think he's hot.
Is it because he looks like Thorin?
I guess it's more that he's literally a dad. That's like his whole thing.
Oh my God.
What are we saying?
Who are you?
Yeah,
No!
that's funny.
Huh. You tried to kill that huge demon at the Battle of Dresden, but you failed. What happened?
Yes, that was a failure. It was supposed to be a clean job. An anonymous client, a worthy target, a substantial fee. But the client insisted that I use an enchanted dagger they provided. I was assured that a single hit would be enough to finish the job, but it didn't work as expected. It was a serious blow to my reputation. And my reputation is everything to me.
I think the belts and the buckles also help.
Yeah, he does look like a Final Fantasy character.
I'm just very attracted to dudes with beards. I'm sorry.
Nah, don't apologize.
I want to hire you for a dragon hunt, apparently.
A large adult female? The one that's been snatching people and carrying them off? I've heard about her. That's an impressive target. I can take this job, but only if we do it soon. I'm expecting a new assignment from my regular client, and I'll have to leave as soon as I have the orders. And of course, you should know that this dragon will not come cheaply. 2,500 gold, paid in advance.
Sure.
Excellent. Let's get down to business. It's no easy thing to take down a dragon when you don't have wings, so you'll need to follow my lead. The best thing would be to catch her by surprise in her lair, but we need to find it first.
Who voiced this
Of course,
motherfucker?
since
Yeah.
she doesn't leave tracks, that might be tricky, but I think I have a solution. We need to go west of Dresden to the
Grey
Grimwood
boar.
Forest. The dragon's been seen there often. According to the scouts, this is likely because there's still some wild game left in those parts. We'll set up an ambush there. I hope I can rely on your honesty. I understand that on our way to the dragon, there may be other fights or places we need to visit for various reasons. That's to be expected. However, should I see that you are deliberately delaying the contract, or that you're dragging me off to assault some demon citadel instead of going after the dragon, we will have to revise the terms of our agreement.
We now agree well.
Sweet. God damn it.
Alright. I figure before we finish up, let's go find a couple of companions, have a little chin wag.
Mm.
Then we'll come back to this on Tuesday and actually start doing the quests.
Cole Carnage fucking voiced a character in this game. Interesting.
Huh.
Didn't know that.
That's a good one. 453. How can I entertain people if I can't insult John?
Yeah.
You're right.
Do you remember what Ichika's voice is? Is it female cunning?
I think so. I guess I could check. Hold on.
Bless you. Okay, so it is Scott Rail. Apparently, the person who voiced Greybor also voiced Harem.
Oh, really? Oh,
I
that
assume
yeah.
you
Right.
know?
Harem was one of my favorite characters in Kingmaker.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a voice.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away. I've got to get away from This person is also apparently known for voicing Shredder. Like, you know,
Hmm.
from Ninja Turtles.
That's correct.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's the one.
Can't seem to find it.
I can't sleep at night. Tainted love. 世界で一番の姫様。そういう扱い。心言っていいよね。I love Hatsune Miku.
I've noticed. Yeah, I don't actually know where to find it. I thought for sure it would be here. Sorry.
It's okay. Just don't remember what it was. Just want to look up who would be the voice of Victor, I guess.
Yeah.
It's cool, it's cool. Thank you for looking.
Of course.
Now, who do I get to harass?
Well, anybody in the
city.
party. Just gotta find them.
Horg, squirm!
Yep.
Let's harass him.
I'm listening, Knight Commander.
That's all.
Yeah.
What class do you think Miku would be in Pathfinder? Bard doesn't count. I don't think she'd be a bard at all, actually.
Sorceress? Something charisma based is what I'm thinking.
I think she would actually be some kind of frontliner, because she's always the front face of the Vocaloids.
Okay. Blood Rager.
Like, I think it'd be real funny if she was, like some kind of... Okay, not exactly frontliner, I guess. Like a monk or something. Like a super speed, fast monk. And she's... Or like... I guess I'm saying monk, but I mean dancer. And I don't know if dancer is an actual class.
Not really, but there are like fighting traditions that are dance-like. Actually, there's a magus that elves can be called a was it spell dancer?
God,
Who do we
it's
want to
been
talk
so
to?
warm that I've just been having crazy dry lips.
Yeah.
Even though I'm drinking a lot. Maybe it doesn't help that I've been licking my lips.
So who am I looking for?
You missed Social under the
Oh, I
lamp,
know.
by the way, just now.
I saw them. I want to know who you want to talk to. Because I'll go
Let's see
find
if
them.
Social has anything to say.
Sure.
I just want to see if anyone has anything new to say, really.
I think they all, well,
Do we-
most of them do.
Does she... We're not letting her be homeless in Dresden, are we?
I don't think so, no.
Did you think about what the Hell Knight told you?
Yes. Lucio shakes his head. Another dead end. I still know nothing. How could Trevor have parted with this shield? I can't imagine.
You must believe in your brother. He gave away this shield means he had a good reason. Right?
I do believe in it. I do. But what could have made him part with our family relic? You know, it's not only the Hell Knights who told me the truth. Knight Tirabade refused to... Oh, not only the Hell Knights told me the truth. What? Oh, okay.
It's not only the Hell Knights who told you the truth.
Yeah. Knight Tirabade refused to tell me anything about my brother's fate when I was serving in Canabras. But after these events, she finally broke her silence. And I think she told me. He shakes his head. That he was a good fighter, but a terrible knight, and an utterly worthless paladin. He became more and more cruel as time went on. He started caring more about destroying the enemy than protecting the innocent. He gushed over Prelate Halrun and his witch hunts. Eventually, the goddess's patience wore thin. When he beat up some poor fellow for blasphemy, Shaylin took away Trevor's powers. That was a huge blow for him. He left the city, asking only that his disgrace be kept secret from his family. That is why Irabeth didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Brother, my brother. But how? He's always been kind, merciful. Where could this cruelty have come from? War.
Yeah, war. What do you think of your brother's fate now?
I can't wrap my head around what I've learned. It's as if we're talking about a different person altogether. How could he? Why did he give his shield to the she-devil in black armor? Oh, Shaylin, let this all be a mistake.
He means that Hell Knight that died, right?
Yep.
Wow. That's pretty discriminatory of you, Socio.
He hates Hell Knights.
Fair enough. Still. Damn. Anyway, thank you for talking to me. I'll talk to you later about your brother.
My pleasure.
Let's go bother Ember now. Ember, what are you doing on the streets? Do you have a place? Ember is bobbing her head and humming a tune. She greets you with a carefree, cheerful smile. Her wandering eyes linger on you for just a moment before darting off again into the distance. Well, there's nothing to say, apparently.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's this chapter or in 5, but there is a pretty big story for her.
Okay.
Probably this chapter because it sets up what happens in 4.
Okay.
Just have to
Most
wait for
people
that.
hate Hello Knights. I like to imagine that's a new chapter of Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
It's just Hello Knights though.
Yep, trying to get the 6 to
This is
11
their-
boys demographic.
And this is their emo face.
No, it's just like action figures for boys.
Oh. On.
What brings you here?
Tell me about your people.
Of course. But what would you like to know?
Do you have a way to tell day and night? Can't see the sun in your caves.
Every mongrel settlement has a big gong, which we treat like a relic. The gong keeper hits it twice a day to mark the beginning and the end. But this custom doesn't keep time precisely. Every mongrel child has snuck up on the gong to strike it at the wrong time at least once, just out of pure mischief. Nothing can keep me away. Nothing can keep me away from it. Not even the fact that I only have one ear, which means that it would take double the punishment once I was caught. Though sometimes the wrong strikes get mixed in with the right ones. The tribe can find itself jumping up to greet the morning in the middle of the night.
Aww. Are you really descendants of the first Crusaders?
Well, more like demons spawn, aren't we? Sad but true. Without the demons, there'd be no mongrels. It's the magic of the Worldwound that affected our ancestors and made their children the way we are. Like most in our tribe, Chief Soul fancies himself a descendant of the underground crusaders, the ones of heroic ancestors left to guard the caves. I didn't know if this is true or not. An angel came out of the caves for a reason. Maybe he remembered us.
Maybe.
Those were evil and dangerous times after the First Crusade. Hundreds of crusaders began having children. The babies were born with fangs, horns, warts, and covered half of their faces. People didn't like the new look. The Inquisitors sure didn't. So our ancestors fled persecution, made a home for themselves down there under the ground. They probably intended to find a cure for their children and hoped the time would come, but it never happened. Instead, the Worldwound's terrible legacy was passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah.
Mongrel parents can only guess what their child will look like. Each of us is born with a new mutation. Many mutations are fatal. One stops and goes on quietly. Down in the caves, we usually don't congratulate the family for the birth of a child until they turn at least 3.
Oh.
Don't want to get a name before that. No point.
Oh, that's grim. Is it a lack of folic acid? A lack of folic acid probably doesn't help.
But it wouldn't help, but I think it's more like people born with horns that go back into their skulls and kill them, a la Moog.
Look. You're the only member of the Nilfom tribe to call your people mongrels. How come?
Because all of Galarian calls us that. I don't see the point in all this hemming and hawing over what we're called. Anyone who finds it offensive or takes issue with it can lead the charge against the name. No one's stopping them. But personally, I'm not going to pick a fight over something as unimportant as a name.
I suppose. Hmm. Is the answer to the third question being that everyone lives so short? I wonder.
Yeah,
Why do you know so little about your ancestors? It's not been that long since the First Crusade.
Our lives are much shorter than most Uplanders. Up here, only a few generations passed. And many still live who remember the old Sarkoris, as it stood untouched by demons. I mean, Galfrey, for example. But where we live, mongrels start getting much older earlier than humans, much faster, and with more devastating consequences. Few live past 40, and fewer still live long enough to die of old age. Hunger, disease, monsters from the deep are more effective killers than time. But they have lifespans about the same as an orc.
Like decades? Like,
Yeah, like
2 decades?
40 years.
Oh.
As opposed to
Oh.
80 for a human. Or 150 for a halfling or a half-elf.
Oh.
So, for us, the story of the First Crusade is a legend that happened generations ago. There are no living witnesses. We have a tale of the wise and great ancestors who left us to stand guard in the catacombs. But in reality, I suspect we were desperate. They were desperate wretches who couldn't figure out how to dispel the demonic plague. They were abandoned by their own kind. Brutal.
Yeah. Well, Thanks. I found out everything I wanted to know.
Hey, it's nice to know my ramblings seem useful to somebody.
How do I head pet him?
Sadly, you can't.
You think it's interesting that even with the atrocities he's done, Halronso uses the powers from Ayode.
Yep.
Does she actually endorse his actions, or is she just using him as a tool against the Abyss?
It's the second one, I'm certain of it. You have to remember, gods do accept people who are within a step from them alignment-wise, with a handful of exceptions. So he isn't as good as she is, and I'm sure she isn't very happy about the witch hunts. But he has been effective otherwise in fighting the Abyss, and I think she specifically uses him as a tool. That's
I kind
it.
of love that we get to walk around the city.
Yeah, it's great. It's a proper city too.
Sometimes
I'll talk to Sela and then we'll call it a night.
So, what do you reckon about everything that's come crashing down on us? All the responsibility, command, this new power?
Wow, we're talking to her from across the fucking gate.
Yep.
Jonathan.
I clicked on her and that's how it worked.
It's a little overwhelming, to be honest.
Don't be sad. Look at me. I'm sitting here worrying over my troubles, but you have it much worse than all of us put together. I'm still frightened by what happened in the Grey Garrison. Were we really chosen? By Iomade herself?
No.
You know, back when I was a snot-nosed kid who just started down the path to becoming a paladin, I imagined once or twice that I was going to do something heroic. The lights would shine down on me, the trumpets would sing, I'd hear the voice of the goddess, or at least her herald, you know? I'd be informed that I had been chosen for a great cause. But that's the point where my imagination always failed me.
Yeah.
Somehow, it really happened. Without all the trumpets or the herald or even anyone explaining what I had to do. Though it's clear as day, my place is here, in this demon-ridden wound. Quite a lovely war going on, in fact. Endless, I hear. I'm gonna need some time to wrap my head around this. Spare me an hour and I'll crawl into some dark corner and whine about my hard lot. What can I tell you? I cry easily.
I don't know anyone that wouldn't cry in the situation that we're both in.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. Like, this war is so much worse than any war. It's awful.
Yeah. Like, it's gonna be like, look, I've been through some shit in my world. This is topping it. This is topping it. This is the cake topper.
Yep.
I don't want anything worse than this. I've seen more terrible things in other places, man. The fate of the League of the Cart affected you greatly. So you could say, I did what I thought was right. I tried to help a good person with their troubles, and what came of it? I'm sorry, but I won't find peace until I track down Pearl and Jana. What were they thinking? Is there any way to get through them? Or should I just admit I was terribly wrong? There's another thing that's worrying me. The way people react to your power, and mine. They think that if we've been chosen by Iomade, they need to pray at our feet. I'm not comfortable with the younger warriors hanging on to my every word. Sela smiles sourly. I feel alone. Nobody else is going to sit with me and celebrate saving a beer cart. And I'd like to regain, if not the friendship, at least the trust of the other knights. Especially those I respect and consider my friends. Like Alan. Yeah. Do we have anything? I'd like to know more about you, Sela. Of course, ask anything. I'll answer honestly. Tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
I don't think it's ever
Probably
specifically explained, Savant, but I have a hypothesis about it if you'd like to hear.
Yeah. Have we really never asked her where she's from?
Nope.
Oh, let's ask. I'm a little bit from Geb, a little bit from Katapush, but mostly from the Knights of Ayunde. I was accepted and began training at 14. I belong to the ranks more than I belong to any other place. Wow. You've come to Mendev by a long road, haven't you? To a very long one. Tila looks at you cheerfully. A traveler is expected to have amusing stories. Unfortunately, I only have 3 tales of any interest. And I'd like to save them for our next feast. Otherwise, I won't have anything to share for myself when it's time to start bragging. And that just won't do. Especially since I'll win the night with my cautionary tale of a battle with chupacabras. Wow. Chupacabras, huh? And Savant says he would like to hear.
Um, let's see. How can I phrase this so I don't spoil Bob?
I could just take off my
No, this is fine.
earphones. You can tell
So,
him, and then you can
Savant,
wave at the screen.
you know the potential ultimate, like, result of your mythic powers. Don't say it, but you know what I mean, right? Well, I think that connection, like that building up in you, gives people who believe in you enough, who are dedicated to you personally, to, like, derive some amount of power from the mythic power that's been given to you. If that's not clear, I'll message after.
Wow. Here I was, offering a simple solution of just pulling off my earphones for a bit.
Don't want to risk it.
Chupacabras? Oh, yes. Sita's face grows serious, and they do it very quickly. They bite one victim, suck out their blood, and then strike their next victim, quick as a lightning. But now you've tricked me, and I've started telling the tale. I may as well do it properly.
You bamboozled her.
I love her. Picture a small town in Kadira, and down in the dungeon there's 2 murderers waiting to be executed. The gallows are already built for them. The rope's been brought, but sometimes life takes a surprising turn. Suddenly, a paladin of the Yomade appears in the doorway and offers the murderers a deal. If they go with her to fight some monsters, they'll live. If they survive, that is. There's a big difference between imminent death and probable death with a glimmer of hope, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
So here we are, traveling through to the desert, me and my friend, the priestess of Sarenrae, along with the little ratfolk fellow who'd asked for our help, and the 2 cutthroats. We get to the ratfolk village and see their bodies lying around, all drained dry. We figured out we'd have to fight vampires, and that's how the little ratfolk described the monsters who attacked their village. That's why we went in all brazen, like the sun was high and the vampires couldn't attack until dusk.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, we went in with our dicks out, swinging them around because vampires can't touch us.
But we never got a chance to look around. Black shadows, quick as the wind, attacked us from all sides. Not vampires, but chupacabras. One of the lads we pulled from the gallows got killed right away. Second one ran for his life. That left me, the ratfolk, and Kyra. That was the name of the priestess. We all steeled ourselves for the fight of our lives. Uh-huh. And then just when we thought the end had come with the chupacabra surrounding me like a pack of dogs around a bear, Our ratfolk friend wounded and down in the teeth of the quickest of those blasted monsters clenched on Kyra's shoulders. Right then, when all hope was lost, the other lad from the gallows suddenly comes running back. He kills the beast attacking Kyra, and I'm sure you know what a turning point in a fight looks like. Well, this was it. A moment before we were lost, and a moment later we had it back under control. The chupacabras dropped dead one by one, and the little rat folk is reunited with his family. We're hiding in the basement. Priestess and I closed the eyes of the boy from the gallows who saved us. It was a shame he didn't survive the fight. May the gods keep his soul in its journey through the afterlife. Uh-huh.
Legit.
Wow.
Like, running away, don't blame him. Coming back and deciding to fight anyway, balls.
Yeah. That's a good story, Zila.
Yeah.
He could have died a disgrace, but instead he died a hero. And I'd fancy the stunt earned him some points at his final judgment. It's smart to remember our journey doesn't end in death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, your life's a lot different in a universe where you know for a fact the gods are real and that there's an afterlife. In fact, there are many afterlives.
Had it not been for that mercy, Milos, that was his name, would be hanging from a noose, and me, Kyra, and all the rat folk would be dead in that village. Someone told me that a kind deed done by an unkind person is 100 times more precious. By that same token, an evil done by a noble soul is 100 times more horrifying. That's what I really wanted to say. If Chupacabras was just a good starting point. Yeah.
Yeah, you spit a damn good tale, Sela.
Yeah. What made you become a paladin of Ayomide, Zila? Zila's gaze sharpens momentarily. Then she sighs. That's a serious question. And a good one. You should ask it of your companions. But it's a long story. To start with, 12 years ago I was nothing like the person I am now. I roamed the streets of Solku with the other homeless orphans. I stole, I fought. I was a hired sword for a bit. Not the proper origin for a paladin now, is it?
A hired sword before age 14.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I'd love for to be on Fly on the Wall for Pharasma's Judgment of Deer. Oh god, yes. Like, the list of, like, good and bad deeds, it's like the calculus.
Yeah.
Like,
He would be like, you did this and that. But you know what? I'm sure at some point his humiliation of like some motherfucker out there sort of led to some people like being on the good end of that consequence or whatever. I don't know.
It's not just good or evil, it's also chaos and law. Like,
yeah, I know.
Yeah. Trying to figure out where he goes, essentially. And I like the idea of her, like, looking at the stone tablet or whatever with all of his deeds, and it's just a picture of, like, all of these calculations circling her head.
Uh-huh. Back then, Solku was a city of orphans, widows, and widowers. Gnolls decimated the city regularly. My parents were among their victims. People there heard about new deaths before they'd finished mourning their previous losses. One day, a group of knights of Iomade brought a glimmer of hope to the city. While others saw them as saviors and protectors, I was busy pricing up their noble horses and their gleaming mithril armor, wondering just how much one of their pretty swords would fetch. A thief lives one day at a time, that's what they say. I was the type that never thought past the next job. Anyhow, I was able to sneak into the knights' camp and steal one of their mithril helms. Zila pauses, her voice sad and measured. I was right there when that gnoll attacked the helm's owner. Yasemi was her name, and dealt a blow to her unprotected head. And like all those others she'd fearlessly driven from the gates of Solku, that one blow was fatal. But who was really to blame for her death? The Knoll attacker? Or a young thief named Sela?
The Knoll attacker. But please
The Knoll
continue.
attacker. I know what it takes to survive sometimes. I can't judge you. Well, I can. I believe everyone deserves a chance at redemption. But redemption means you understand what you did and you're willing to be harder on yourself from now on. That's
Not quite,
fair enough.
but okay.
Not quite, but okay. But you were asking what brought me into the ranks of the Eumedes warriors. Well, we all chose the Paladin's path for our own reasons. Some are guided by nobility of spirit, and some by desire to fight injustice. I became who I am through penance and a debt unpaid. The day Asemi died protecting my city, I wanted to kill myself for the terrible guilt I felt. Then I realized it wouldn't make the world any better. And I decided that instead I'd try to take her place. I'd become who she had been, and protect the innocence that she would no longer be able to protect.
Okay. There's a little more interesting to that story, and I don't know if they mention it in the game.
Mm-hmm.
How she tries to kill herself is Iomedean paladins use funeral pyres. That's how they
Mm-hmm.
honor their dead. So when Asemi
Mm-hmm.
was laid out on the block and was getting ready to be set on fire, she climbed up on the block and waited to die too.
Oh, I'm assuming the paladins rescued her?
Yeah. One of the paladins explained to her that her life was valuable, and if she was so intent on throwing it away like this, she should instead dedicate it to making up for her mistake.
Hmm,
And so she became a paladin of Iomade.
that's cool.
I know, right?
Oh, thank you. I've learned everything you wanted to know, Sela. I hope I didn't bore you. Well, you can ask me something else if you'd like. We're good.
Alright.
Thanks, Sela.
I think that's going to be it for tonight.
See you. I love her. I
Yeah.
want to smooch her.
Aren't all of the characters just so good?
They're so likable.
Yeah.
Even
Or-
Deeren with his
yeah.
asshole-ish ways.
They're all likable or deeply dislikable.
Such an asshole.
And that's great.
Yeah.
Like, he's such a douche. And it's hard to be too mad at him, partly because he's actually funny, and partly
Yeah.
because he isn't lying. He isn't full of shit.
No.
Like, he'll tell you to your face that he doesn't deserve his position. And that other aristocrats are in the same boat, and they don't like him because he doesn't respect their stupid rules.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
I'm on a host of characters that are memorable and still as deeply unlikable. That one historian person who was like, "Oh, wars are cool, wars are great, wars are this and that," in that tavern. You remember?
Yeah, that random NPC who's like, I study wars academically. They're so cool.
Mm-hmm. It's like, wow, this whole thing is happening right now. It's not history yet, my guy. And
Yep.
people are actively dying.
Yep.
Like, calm the fuck down.
What a douchebag.
That guy. Yeah, that guy, hateful. Unlikable.
Yep.
Dislikable.
And just a random one-off NPC.
Yeah. Which is pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time I'll have to remember to talk to Deeren, because I think his is the first romance you can advance.
Sweet. Gonna flirt like hell with that elf.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, ASMR.
Asimar, yeah.
Sorry.
That's alright.
Look. Elves. I mean, races are hard to remember in this game.
Elves are
They're
hard to
so
remember.
Not two.
Don't worry, Camellia is a half-elf, and if you play your cards right, you'll have a chance.
Why support women's wrongs enough to date Camellia?
We'll find out when you get an understanding of what wrongs we're talking about.
Okay. Do I support women's wrongs enough? God, good God. Uh, the brain rot is real, everyone.
It is, but it's pretty minor compared to a lot of other people online.
That's true. That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, bestie, for defending me.
Anytime. Only I get to talk shit about you.
Um,
Anyway, it's been brought to you by your support over at patreon.com/greatcanadianguy. If you like what I do here and you want me to keep doing it, maybe consider becoming a patron. $1 a month is all I ask for. It goes a long way. In particular, I want to thank my producers, who were kind enough to contribute $5 or more a month to the Patreon, to get their names in the credits. And they are Scipio, Jalzir, Midnight Saber, Egan, Bjornvar, Talipic, Vipacia, Emerald Embers, Dark Savant, Bob to Know, Zombie Fighter 89 on Twitter, Jocko, The Rockbender, Sid the Squid, Bossim L. Fuck you.
yeah.
So I'll be back tomorrow with Elden Ring.
Shadows of the Earth Tree.
Shadows of
The Earth
getting my
Tree is
ass
shadows.
kicked.
Yeah.
Just absolutely
Shadows
annihilated.
of everyone sucks in this place.
Shadows of I hope Bale doesn't crash my game again.
Shadows of God fucking damn it. Why is this game like this?
uh, anyway, catch you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.